In this lesson, we're going to learn how to solve problems involving arithmetic sequence and series. Let's have the first example. An amphitheater has 50 rows of seats with 30 seats in the first row, 32 in the second, 34 in the third, and so on. How many seats are there in the 50th row? And find the seating capacity of the amphitheater. So, analyze natin. Ang amphitheater ay parang Araneta Coliseum or Philippine Arena. So, meron tayong mga upuan kung saan padagdag ng padagdag bawat row yung mga upuan natin. So, kailangan nating alamin kung ilang seats ang meron sa 50th row. At ang amphitheater natin ay meron lang 50 rows. So, ilan kaya yung upuan sa 50th row natin? So, para ma-solve, i-analyze muna natin yung given. Ang given na sequence natin is 30, 32, 34. So, kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong common difference na 2. So, it means this is an arithmetic sequence. And ang A sub 1 natin ay 30. Ang common difference ay 2 since nagdadagdag tayo ng 2 dun sa ating previous para makuha yung next term. And then, ang value ng n natin is 50 dahil meron tayong 50 rows sa ating amphitheater at kailangan nating hanapin ang 50th row or yung seating capacity ng ating 50th row. Then, let's solve for the number of seats in the 50th row using the n-term formula. Yung n-term formula natin sa arithmetic sequence na a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Tapos, substitute lang tayo ng values. A sub 1 is 30, common difference is 2, and ang value ng n ay 50. So, 50 minus 1 is equal to 49. 49 times 2 is equal to 98. And 98 plus 30 is equal to 128. It means we have 128 seats in the 50th row. Next naman, we need to find the seating capacity of the amphitheater. Para alam natin kung ilang tao yung kasya sa isang amphitheater na may 50 rows. So, ang gagamitin naman natin yung ating arithmetic series formula na S sub n is equal to n over 2 times the sum of a sub 1 and a sub n. Dahil nga, given na yung a sub n natin, dito na solve na natin siya, so pwede na natin itong gamitin na formula instead of using yung long method natin. So, substitute lang tayo. Ang value ng n natin ay 50. Ang a sub 1 natin ay 30. Ang a sub n natin ay 128. And then, 50 divided by 2 is 25. 30 plus 128 is 158. And then, multiply tayo. 25 times 158 is equal to 3,950. It means the amphitheater has 3,950 seats. O yung seating capacity ng amphitheater ay 3,950. Pwede siya mag-accommodate ng ganito karaming tao. Let's have the second example. A stack of bricks has 61 bricks in the bottom layer, 59 bricks in the second, 57 bricks in the third, and so on, until there are 1 brick in the last layer. So, kung i-analyze natin, meron tayong bricks o yung ating rectangular blocks. I-arrange natin siya. Meron siyang 61 bricks sa ilalim. So, sundan siya ng 59 bricks at 57 bricks and so on. Hanggang sa isa na lang daw yung matitira or yung ipapatong natin dun sa last layer. So, yung unang question is how many layers of bricks are there? So, ilang layers daw yung bricks ang maia-arrange natin hanggang sa isa na lang na brick yung nasa last layer. Then next, how many bricks are there altogether? So, ilang bricks ang kakailanganin natin para dito sa ating stack of bricks? So, first, we need to analyze our sequence. Ang given natin ay 61, 59, 57. Ang ating first term ay 61. And then, ang common difference natin is negative 2. Dahil 59 minus 61 is negative 2. Ang a sub n naman natin ay 1. Then, to solve for the number of layers, we need to use a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Substitute lang tayo ng a sub n, which is equal to positive 1, a sub 1 na 61, and then common difference na negative 2. yung value ng n ay wala. So, variable lang siya dyan. Yan yung isosolve natin. So, first step is you need to distribute negative 2 to n minus 1. So, negative 2 times n is negative 2n. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. And then, i-combine natin yung 61 tsaka positive 2. That will become 63. Sunod naman is itatranspose natin sa left side yung negative 2n para maging positive siya. And then yung 1 naman, transpose natin sa right para maging negative siya. Para ma-isolate na natin yung variable na n. So, magiging 2n is equal to 63 minus 1. And 63 minus 1 is equal to 62. And then next, para ma-remove natin yung positive 2 dito, divide both sides by 2. So, that will be equal to 31. It means, meron tayong 31 layers of bricks and all. Kapag ka na-arrange na natin, simula 61 sa bottom layer hanggang 1 na lang yung sa last layer. Next naman, we need to find how many bricks are there in all, yung total number of bricks na kakailanganin natin sa ating stock. So, this time, ang gagamitin natin is S of n is equal to n over 2 times the sum of a sub 1 and a sub n. Since meron na tayong a sub n na na-solve, or given rather, na 1, pwede na natin itong gamitin. Substitute tayo ng value ng n, which is equal to 31, yung na-solve natin kanina. And then, a sub 1 na 61, a sub n na 1. Then, 31 divided by 2 is 15.5. 61 plus 1 is 62. Then, 15.5 times 62 is equal to 961. Ibig sabihin, yung total of bricks na kakailanganin natin is 961 dito sa ating stock of bricks. Let's have our third problem. If a clock strikes once at 1 o'clock, twice at 2 o'clock, and so on, how many times will it strike a day? So, ibig sabihin, ang problem natin is about the clock. Meron siyang, tutunog siya ng once kapag 1 o'clock na, 2 beses kapag 2 o'clock, and so on. So, kung i-arrange or i-analyze natin, meron tayo makikreate na isang sequence para sa daytime at isang sequence para sa nighttime. Kasi nga, yung ating clock ay hanggang 12 lang. And sa isang day ay meron tayong 24 hours. So, 2 sequence yung makukuha natin or gather natin from this problem. So, meron tayong 1, 2, 3 until 12 sa daytime, then 1, 2, 3 until 12 sa nighttime. So, kailangan natin hanapin kung ilang beses siya mag-i-strike in a day. So, kailangan natin kunin yung sum ng lahat ng strikes niya from daytime hanggang nighttime. So, ang first term natin ay yung 1, common difference ay 1, a sub n ay 12, and then we need to find the s sub n. So, solve muna natin yung number of strikes in a daytime. Sa daytime, gamit yung s sub n equals n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. Substitute tayo ng n, which is equal to 12. A sub 1 na 1, a sub n na 12. So, 12 divided by 2, that is equal to 6. 1 plus 12 is 13. 13 times 6, that is 78. So, we have 78 strikes in daytime. And then, syempre, same lang naman sa nighttime. We can conclude that we have also 78 strikes in the nighttime. So, ibig sabihin, ita-times lang natin sa dalawa yung 78. That is equal to 156 strikes in a day. Kasi nga, meron tayong 78 sa daytime, 78 sa nighttime. It means, sa isang araw or isang day, ang clock na ito ay mag-i-strikes in 156 strikes. Let's have our fourth example. A construction company will be penalized each day of delay in construction for bridge. The penalty will be 4,000 for the first day and will increase 1,000 for each following day. Based on its budget, the company can afford to pay a maximum of 165,000 toward penalty. Find the maximum number of days by which the completion of work can be delayed. So, dito sa problem na to, meron tayong isang construction company na kailangan mag-penalty bawat araw na madidelay yung paggawa nila ng bridge. So, sa unang araw, magbabayad sila ng 4,000 for the delay. And then, sa susunod na araw, madadagdagan ng 1,000 yung kanilang penalty. So, magiging 5,000 na siya. Then, the next day, magiging 6,000 na. And so on. Pero, ang kaya lang nilang i-afford or yung pinaka-maximum na kaya nilang bayaran ay 165,000. So, that is the total penalty na kaya nilang bayaran. So, ang gagawin natin, we need to find the maximum number of days, yung pinakamaraming araw na pwedeng ma-delay yung kanilang trabaho. So, analyze natin yung given. Ang sequence natin ay 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, and so on. Kasi nga, nagdadagdag ng 1,000 per day yung kanilang penalty. Ang A sub 1 natin is 4,000, then common difference ay 1,000, and then yung S sub N natin is 165,000 dahil ito yung kanilang maximum total penalty na pwede nilang i-afford. So, using the formula for S sub N, kasi nga wala tayong A sub N dito, kailangan kasi natin alamin kung ano yung value ng N. Yung N ang ating nawawala. So, in finding the number of days work can be delayed, we need to use S sub N is equal to N over 2 times twice of A sub 1 plus N minus 1 times D. Ito yung isang formula sa ating arithmetic series wherein yung A sub N is not given. So, substitute lang tayo ng S sub N which is equal to 165,000. Yung N natin ay nawawala. So, stay lang siya dyan. Ang A sub 1 natin is 4,000. At ang ating common difference na 1,000. So, yung next natin na step, 2 times 4,000 is 8,000. Then, distribute natin yung 1,000 sa N minus 1. So, N times 1,000 is 1,000 N. Negative 1 times 1,000 is negative 1,000. And then, i-combine natin itong 8,000 and negative 1,000. That is equal to 7,000. And then, next, para ma-remove natin itong 2 dito, kailangan natin i-multiply both sides by 2. Ayan siya. So, dito sa right side, makakancel na itong 2. And then, dito sa left side, mamumultiply yung 165 sa 2. So, 2 times 165 is equal to 330,000. And then, dito, mawawala na yung 2, makakancel na siya. Magiging 1 na siya. So, N na lang tayo. And then, we have 7,000 plus 1,000 N. Next step, distribute natin yung N sa 7,000 and 1,000 N. So, that is 7,000 N. And then, 1,000 N squared. Kasi nga, N times 7,000 is 7,000 N. N times 1,000 N is 1,000 N squared. Then, next, kailangan natin siyang gawing quadratic equation. So, unahin natin yung merong N squared. Magiging 1,000 N squared. Sunod natin yung may N. That is positive 7,000 N. Transpose natin yung 330,000 sa right side. Magiging negative 330,000. That is equal to 0. Tapos, para maging mukhang simple yung ating equation, since divisible sila lahat sa 1,000, divide natin sila lahat sa 1,000 para maging simplified siya. Magiging n squared plus 7n minus 330 equals 0 na lang ang ating equation. Then, we need to solve for n by means of using the solving for the quadratic equation. So, una natin gagawin is mag-iisip tayo ng dalawang number. Kapag minultiply is negative 330. Kapag inadd ay positive 7. So, since yung product natin is negative, ibig sabihin yung dalawang number ay may different sign. Isang positive tsaka isang negative. And then, since positive yung sum, ibig sabihin mas mataas yung absolute value ng positive natin. So, ano kaya yung dalawang number na yon? So, kung iisipin mo, that will be 22 or positive 22 and negative 15. Pag minultiply mo yung positive 22 and negative 15, magiging negative 330. Kapag inadd mo naman yung dalawa, magiging positive 7. And then, equate natin both parehas sa 0. para masolve natin yung possible value of n. So, n plus 22 equals 0, tsaka n minus 15 equals 0. Dito sa n plus 22, magiging negative 22 siya. Dito sa n minus 15, magiging positive 15 siya. So, alin dito sa dalawa yung acceptable? Ang acceptable answer natin is yung 15. Kasi nga, ang negative 22 or negative number ay hindi naman siya acceptable as number of days. So, negative kasi siya. Kaya, ang kukunin nating sagot is yung 15 dahil positive siya. So, sa madaling sabi, the work can be delayed only for 15 days. Yun lang yung kanilang maximum na kaya nilang bayaran. Let's have the fifth example. A gardener plans to construct a trapezoidal-shaped structure in his garden. The longer side of trapezoid needs to start with a row of 97 bricks. Each row must be decreased by 2 bricks on each end, and the construction should stop at 25th row. How many bricks does he need to buy? So, ibig sabihin, dito sa problem na to, gagawa siya ng isang garden na trapezoidal shape. Yung bottom layer ay 97 bricks, tapos magbabawas daw siya ng 2 bricks sa magkabilang dulo. So, yung susunod na layer magiging 93 bricks na lang dahil mababawasan ng 2 bawat dulo. And then, kailangan niya daw mag-stop dun sa 25th row. Ang tanong is ilang bricks daw yung kakailanganin niya sa paggawa ng kanyang trapezoidal garden. So, kung i-analyze natin yung situation ng ating sequence ay 97, 93, 89, and so on. Ang ating given is 97. Ang common difference is negative 4 dahil 93 minus 97 is negative 4. And then, ang value ng n natin ay 25 dahil kailangan niyang tumigil sa pang 25th row. So, para mahanap natin yung total number of bricks, dahil sinabing total, ibig sabihin, isasum natin lahat yung bricks na kakailanganin niya dun sa mga rows natin. So, we need to use S sub n is equal to n over 2 times twice ng a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Substitute lang tayo ng value ng n that is equal to 25. And then, value ng a sub 1 which is 97. Value ng n ulit dito na 25 and common difference na negative 4. So, solve natin yung 25 divided by 2, that is 12.5. 2 times 97, that is 194. 25 minus 1 is 24. And then, next naman is, i-multiply na natin yung 24 times negative 4. That is equal to negative 96. And then, 194 minus 96, that is equal to 98. And 98 times 12.5, that is equal to 1,225. So, ibig sabihin, ang total number of bricks na kakailanganin niya ay 1,225 para mabuo yung kanyang trapezoidal shape na mayroong 25 rows. Let's have our sixth example. A man started to work in 1985 at an annual salary of 185,000. He received a 15,000 raise each year through 2,000. So, ibig sabihin, nagdadagdag daw ng 15,000 bawat year hanggang year 2,000. Yung kanyang salary starting from 185,000. This is annual salary. So, ibig sabihin, sa loob ng isang taon. So, sa loob ng isang taon, ang kanyang annual salary ay 185,000. Tapos, nagdadagdag lang ng 15,000 per year. So, ang tanong dito is, what is his annual salary in his 16th year? Bakit 16th year? Kasi nga, 2,000 ang tinatanong. So, nag-start siya ng 1985. So, 2,000 minus 1985, that is equal to 15, pero plus 1 para ma-include natin yung 1985, that is 16 year. Ang next naman is, what were his total earnings for the 16th year or 16-year period? So, solve na natin yung salary niya sa kanyang 16th year using a sub n. Pero ang given natin first is 185,000, sunod 200,000, sunod 215,000 dahil nag-i-increase tayo ng 15,000 per year. So, ang a sub 1 is 185,000. Ang common difference ay 15,000. Ang value ng n ay 16. So first, we need to solve for the 16th year annual salary using A sub n is equal to A sub 1 plus n minus 1 times D. So parang nth term kasi yung hahanapin natin dahil pang 16th year's annual salary yung isosolve natin. So substitute lang tayo ng A sub 1 which is 185,000 and yung n natin na 16 and common difference na 15,000. So 16 minus 1, that is equal to 15. Then 15 times 15,000 is 225,000. Then 225,000 plus 185,000, that is equal to 410,000. So, by year 2000, ang salary or ang annual salary na niya ay 410,000. Yun na yung kanyang annual salary. And then next, we need to solve naman yung total earnings niya for 16 years of service. So, i-add na natin lahat, starting from 185 hanggang umabot ng 410,000. So, dahil may S sub n or may A sub n na tayo rather, ang gagamitin natin sa pag-solve ay S sub n equals n over 2 times A sub 1 plus A sub n. So, substitute lang tayo ng n which is 16, substitute tayo ng a sub 1 which is 185,000 at a sub n na 410,000. So, solve natin 16 divided by 2 that is equal to 8, 185,000 plus 410,000 that is 595,000. Then, multiplied natin sa 8 that is equal to 4,760,000. So, all in all, ang kanyang total earnings in 16 years ay 4,760,000.